Let's make a racket and party until noon. Let's play some Dungeons and Dragons in the cellar.
Hello, hello. This is Casper here. It's been forever since I recorded last time. I have my what you could call my small setup tonight. I haven't put up my microphone. It's here to the right of me. So you will have to do with my computer microphone. Anyway, what we're going tonight is we're going to take a look at my could call it rules compilation Hackmoor. And as you can see, that's not quite what's there left on the screen, because that is Quackmoor, my sort of Blackmoor inspired game. I'm still working a bit on it, but it's almost done actually. That is Quackmoor, sort of inspired by, of course, David Anderson's Blackmoor. And Blackmoor is it's difficult to pin down what Blackmoor sort of is, but it's sort of the very first campaign setting that David Anderson made, and rules. But the rules, they changed throughout sort of the years. And it started, I don't know, it's debated when they sort of actually started, but they could have started already as early as, I think, 1970. But it sort of went from sort of around 1970, 71 up to sort of, and actually still, but up to, let's say, up to when Anderson met Gary Gygax, or Gigax, or whatever you call him, around 74. But I think it's still coexisted, and many of the Blackmoor bunch are still actively playing the game. As I said, it's you can't really pinpoint down what Blackmoor or the exact rules. There's also a bit of it's sort of lost in the because it was all in Anderson's head, and there are many different variants of it and whatnot. Anyways, this is not about Quackmoor. This is about Hackmoor. So let me actually remove this one and get this one up, because Hackmoor is essentially the same as Quackmoor, but instead of, as you saw, because my Blackmoor campaign setting is sort of Dogberg universe mixed with Blackmoor. So, but Hackmoor is much more, not much more, but it's real humans instead, and hobbits or halflings and elves and dwarves, and whatnot. So it still needs. I want to illustrate it. I'm sort of called me a part-time cartoonist. So I'm an illustrator, so I'm going to, of course, illustrate it. And there are some changes from Quackmoor to Hackmoor. I should also say that the rules in Hackmoor and in Quackmoor are sort of compiled from All my finds and readings on the internet throughout a couple of years, and it's also so because you can't pinpoint the rules, I also made, of course, my own rules and what would fit into my version of a Blackmoor setting. But anyways, what I figured we could do, because it's what we could do, is that we could play some Hackmoor solo. So I made 3 characters already, and I intend to make a 4th, and we're going to roll that together. I usually use my index cards, but for the sake of this video, and if you have a chance to read along, I made them a bit bigger. So let's run through the characters I already rolled. I was quite lucky with the rolls, so let me start in the order I made them. We've got Bellow here, a lawful puppet fighter. Level 1. By the way, I gave them, for the purpose of this video, I maxed out their hit points, so they don't die at the very first encounter. Bellow is clad in chainmail, wearing a shield and wielding a spear. And he also has a sling. You'll see as we play what sort of abilities each class and character sort of has, I should say. His inventory, abilities. Yeah. So that was Bello, the puppet fighter or halfling fighter. And then I made Lydia, the human cleric, clad in chainmail, also carrying a shield and a mace. Yeah, and her inventory. You rolled quite poorly on that. Oh, by the way, I used, what the heck is the name of it again? Old School Armory. Character Creation Quick Start Equipment Guide. To roll their equipment. I do have equipment in my own in Hackmoor, but I just use that for easy sake. Then I rolled my 3rd character. Also, Lydia is of course a female human. Then I rolled a wizard or sorcerer, whatever you choose to call it. Almanagi, of neutral alignment, human wizard. She's carrying a sling. And has all sorts of abilities and spells. She rolled the spell Protection from Chaos and Sleep. She was quite lucky on her inventory roll, so she is equipped to her teeth. Yeah. One thing you will notice, and when we make the characters, you can see that the sharp eye will notice that my numbers are quite low here, or my ability scores are quite low. It's because in Hackmoor and Quackmoor is a 2d6 dice system, where I roll the numbers normally, but then I halve them in 2, and if I need to make an ability check, I roll 2d6 minus 2, and it needs to be under the ability score. So, for instance, let's say Almanagi has eaten a poisonous apple or something, and she needs to make a saving throw. Yeah, so saving throws is also just inherent in the ability score. So it's I would say that judge that to be a Constitution saving throw versus poison. So that's just Constitution. I roll 2d6. I rolled a 5 minus 2, 3, and it needs to be under the ability score. So it would be 5. I had to roll 5 or less. So she survived or didn't take damage, poison damage from the poisoned apple. So that's more or less that. But now we are going to roll the last character completely random. Oh, and by the way, I also use white box to sort of help me with some rules I don't have yet, for instance, spells and cleric spells and whatnot. And yeah. Okay, so let's first of all, oh, by the way, the only sort of special ability that humans sort of are born with in my game is that they can swap when they roll. I don't roll 3d6 down the line, but or actually I do, but humans are allowed to swap them around. That is sort of that is my house rule or part of my rules. But we don't know if this character is a human yet. So, do I have a four-sided die? I hope so. Else I can find one, or I can just use the eight-sided. Here, I got one here. So, 3. I rolled a 3. Let's see what that is. Let me quickly check that. So, if it's if we say human first, which would be 1, I rolled a 3, then it's alphabetically would be dwarf, elf, and halfling. So it's actually an elf. For elves in Hackmoor, regarding classes, you can either be a wizard or sorcerer or a fighter. But you can also be a variant of, just like White Box, of the elf, which is sort of a mix between a fighter and a wizard. So for fun's sake, I think I'm going to go with the variant. So, there's some things we can already do here. Yeah, I'm not going to put it up, the document up. You'll just have to focus on my character sheet here. So, alignment-wise, I think it's going to be a lawful. We can already say that it's going to be an elf variant, so it's elf variant. So let's roll the numbers. Bad. So that's 8. So it's only humans, remember, that can swap around. But however, what I can do is I can take the non-prime requisite ability scores and buff my prime requisite. Actually, now that I think of it, I want to check what the prime requisite of elf variant is. I'm going to just refer to the white box one here. Perhaps they don't even get. Oh, it's the same as elf. One sec. I'm going to check this while I pause the video. You know what? I'm going to take both because both are equally important. So that would be both strength and intelligence. Because they also level really, really slow. So it would be okay to give them a little bonus. So that was 8. An 8. Classic elf variant with low stats. Whoa. Wisdom is 16. We're going to use that to buff our other ability scores. 12. So then let me just 8, 16, just 12. Yes. 7. They're of course going to be, those numbers are of course going to be halved. Shit. 8 in charisma. So before we halve them, I'm going to buff up those a bit. So for each 2 I remove down to a 9, I can buff these. So I could essentially remove, let me see, 6 points here. That would give me 3 points to allocate elsewhere. That would bring his or her wisdom down to a 10. I can't decrease it any further. I could take my constitution and go down to 10 in that as well. But so that gives me 4 points to give to those 2. I could just buff 1 up. But it still wouldn't be enough actually. Or would it? Let me see. No, it would not be enough for any significant bonuses, so it wouldn't really matter. But it would only bring me up to 6. And in my game, to get a bonus, you need, after I halved it, it must be 7 or more. And that is not possible because I can only get them up to 12, which would be 6. Unless I could do a little trick here by removing, for the purpose of this video, wisdom by 1 and constitution by 1. So I would have 13 in either int or strength. Why not? Why not? So that would actually give me 13 in total over here. So now I'm going to halve the numbers. So 13 halved by 2 is 6.5, and I round up to 7. So that's plus 1. 4 in intelligence. He's going to be more like a fighter than a magic user, but no matter. 4.5, that's 5 here. And 5 in Constitution. That's 4 in Dex. And 4 in Charisma. So, let me just quickly look at my game rules here. So, what it would actually give me is either I can choose that from, yeah, the +1 is either, I can choose that on the fly, but it's either +1 to hit or +1 to damage. Okay, so let's, and I have 5% off. How much is the elf variant? Let me see. To be level 2, an elf variant need 4,000 experience points. So calculate that. So that's actually bonus XP of 200. Hit die is a D6, but for the purpose of this video, as I said, we're going to max out their HP. And armor. Elf variants can wear up to, they can actually cast spells wearing chainmail. However, it must be elven chainmail, but I can use leather. And leather armor would give me an armor class of 7. And I still move 12. And actually, I can wield a sword, and that is what I'm going to do. And I'm thinking just the sword because I need to have a hand free to cast spells. When okay, actually I don't get spells at level 1 when I'm an elf variant, but I'm thinking just maybe, maybe also a shield here at level 1 to increase the survivability. So the armor class is actually 6. And what sort of abilities does an elf variant have? Let's check it out. Or an elf, I should say. So where did he go? Okay. I get actually +1 to hit or damage with longbows, but I don't have one. Longbows. Then I have hatred towards goblins, orcs, and what did it say? And intelligent undead. So whenever I fight those, I get +1 to hit or damage. I am immune to ghoul paralyzation. And I'm really good at spotting secret doors. So, +1 passive and +2 active. And that means to my wisdom score. So I don't have any spells at level 1. Oh, by the way, if the elf variant has a +7 intelligence, they receive a bonus spell at level 1. Wah, wah, wah. Okay. Also I have 1 attack. So let's go down to the up to the sorcerer. I call them sorcerer in here. There's no really specific reason for that. Where the heck did it go? Here we go. So I can read write Arcana. And I got, oh, there's not room for it, an ability called Sorcery. So I can actually cast spells, but I just don't know any spells have any spells in my spell book. And what it also makes me do is that I can copy spells and I can cast spells of scrolls. And I also got Alchemy, actually. Alchemy. That's an ability I added. And then sorcerers in my game get invisibility. Let me see. So once per day per level, the sorcerer or wizard can become invisible until they attack. And they can see in the dark. Dark seeing. Whole lot of abilities. What alchemy would do does actually is that it's a rule I took over from Quackmoor. It can once per session the wizard can craft a potion. Once per session the wizard can get double effect of a potion. And the wizard can identify a potion. So yeah, whole bunch of abilities. Let's roll inventory and lastly come up with a name. So I'm going to use Old School Armory Character Creation Quick Start Equipment Guide. Roll. I'm thinking I'm going to roll on the fighter kit. 7. That's a town guard equipment. Sounds bad. It actually says I'm equipped with a shield. Oh, actually, holy shit! I need I need more room. I have more abilities. Because I'm also a fighter. I nearly forgot that. Where to put all those abilities? I have 3 more. And that's I can charge. I can defend. And I can press on. That's insane. And that's why the levels so slow, because they just buried in abilities. Okay, so Inventory. Spear. Should I actually take the spear instead? Actually, it would be good for charging. I'm going to take the spear. So that's d6 damage. And then I have a chainmail, but I cannot wear that. I can only wear leather. Shield I can, however. I'm going to ditch the shield later when I am turning into a sport. Ditch the shield whenever I cast a spell or whatever. I need a free hand. Backpack. Am I recording at all? I hope I'm recording. I don't know if I actually. I think I'm recording. Anyways, in the backpack, our elf variant has rations times 2, water skin, torches times 6, tinderbox, and rope, 50 feet rope, and coin. Let me see. Oh my, I only have 7 coin. In my game, I only have one currency, and it's called coin. Now we just need a name for the elf. And also roll the 6 of the elf. It's a female. I think there are 3 females in this group. I've already fancied the name Daffodil, but it's not necessarily. That's very Tolkien. Daffodil. Let's just call her Daffodil. So, yes. So I'm going to put them in a marching order here. I'm going to put below the Hobbit fighter first, and then put actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to put Lydia, our cleric, next in the marching order, then Daffodil, then Almanagi. In the back. Oh, you know what? Maybe Daffodil in the back to protect Almanagi. So she's sort of the rear guard. Yes. And in the corridors of this dungeon we're going to play through, as my rule, you can only, even though it's a 10-foot wide corridor, they can only fight 2. Perhaps they can fight 3 when it's a hobbit next to them. I don't know. I usually say it's 2 in each, so it's 2 and 2 in the corridor. My scrap paper, and what I'm going to use Osric's random dungeon generator to come up with a dungeon on the fly. However, you're not going to see that. You just have to trust me, because I'm using an online version of that to make the rolls much easier for me. So yeah, I'm thinking, should we roll some sort of quest in for the dungeon, or a name perhaps? Sometimes I really like to use Matt Finch's what is it called again? Uh, uh, yeah, his book on adventure design book, because they have some really nice dungeon names that are really elaborate. I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to roll up a dungeon name. Yes, of course I have I have it on my screen here, but you're not able to see it. But we're of course going to roll it together because that's more fun. So cross your fingers, we get a really great name for this dungeon. Um, OMG, where are all my dice? These are the sort of the character tokens we can perhaps use for combat. Here we go. So let's find the name of this dungeon and maybe the purpose for being there. 76. Bum, bum, bum. So this is I roll on a location. Name location. Quaking. Quaking Court. Uh, of the, it says, of the cockroach. uh, where did it go? Cockroach. We're not done yet. 19. Of the cockroach chalice. That is, wow, if that's not immersive, I don't know. The quaking court of the cockroach chalice. Oh my god. I'm going to write that up here. The quaking court of the, it can't almost, cockroach. There's no room for it here. Chalice. Okay, so it's some sort of cockroach chalice. Quaking. I do know what it means, but one sec, I need certainty. Yeah, so it's sort of trembling, shaking. I knew that, but sometimes there are multiple meanings of a word, and I'm not English. The quaking court of the cockroach chalice. Sounds like infested dungeon, maybe some macabre. I'm getting that vibe. Maybe undead. Ooh, spooky. But I'm thinking we are looking for the cockroach chalice. Okay, that's the deal here. So let's just imagine that the party has. I'm thinking I'm going to remove myself, my face, and maybe the mouse over here. So bye bye. Like that. So there's more room for everything here. And my dice. My oh. We need this one out to keep track of the turns, and I'm going to keep track of torches down here, like that. So this is the turn tracker, and this is the torch tracker. So I'm going to track that, how many I have left and so whatnot. No, actually, I can. No, I can just erase that. I'm sorry. My scrap paper goes up here to the left, and my tokens. Oh my god. To use these dice. Okay. We are about to start here. Let's actually. I'm just going to draw my own. I'm thinking it's some sort of abandoned castle, really ruined, but we're going into the underground part of this ruined castle, and we're going to draw the first entrance room of the dungeon. You can, in Osric dungeon generator, roll one of 6 different, but I'm just going to make my own, and I'm just going to make it like a simple entrance room, sort of the antechamber. And I don't know, maybe like and then just I'm going to make 2 doors here. I just come up with my own, and those here are corridors. The reason why they are, and these are stairs. The reason why I drew 3 what do you call it? Yeah, each square, 3 squares down, each square is 10 feet. It's because when the torchlight, it can reach 30 feet, so that would be 30 feet. So that's why, because these are open, and as a rule of thumb, corridors are always 30 feet unless is specified otherwise. So the situation is that we have sort of this narrow room with corridors going east and west, and then 2 doors leading to the south. Yes, we are good to go. And who's going to be? They don't have any henchmen at the moment, so somebody is going to carry a torch. I'm thinking it's going to be Almanagi. If she's going to use her ability, invisibility ability, the torch, I'm going to judge that the torch will disappear with her. And Bello and Lydia and Daffodil are going to have problems seeing in the dark, because in Hackmoor characters don't get dark vision or night vision. Only the sorceress. So they're going to be left in the dark if she's going to use her invisibility. But anyway, it will probably save her life. So Almanagi is carrying. Is it a lantern? Should I take? I don't know. Let's say it's a lantern, and then use the oil put 1 oil into the lantern. So I'm down to 5 oil. And yes, I am going to track it here actually. Lantern. So, okay. Yes. So, hi again. Also, I have a ruler here for when we are doing combat, because I do have a battle map, but one side is black and the other is currently has some drawings on it, and I can't be bothered to erase that right now. So we're going to be really old school and use a ruler for combat. And because my thinking that my how wide are they? Yeah, I'm going to say that each square or sort of is 2 centimeters. So it's or 2 centimeters is 5 feet. That's really weird, but that is how we're going to do it. And yeah, put the characters somewhere. Okay, so the lantern is lit. They're walking down the stairs, the narrow, steep, narrow stairs into the dungeon of the cockroach chalice, the quaking court of the cockroach chalice. It's a challenge to say. Don't think they know anything about it other than they heard rumors that it's sort of mostly ruled by the undead, and they don't know how deep it is, how many levels there are. They don't know anything. They're just looking for the chalice, and I'm thinking I'm going to use tiny oracle I have. Yes, no oracles, just a 6-sided oracle to come up with if they find the chalice in the room or something. I don't know. Let's see how we do it. Or if they meet some particular hard boss or something. I don't know. Let's see. So the content of the first room. It's empty. Thank God for that. So I'm going to say that this is just some sort of antechamber, waiting room, or the entrance room, sort of. But they have 4 choices now. You can go westwards, eastwards, or one of the 2 doors. And I'm thinking that we're going to determine that randomly. So I'm going to roll the dice. 2. So if we're going around the counter clock here, maybe. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So, oh, actually, I can roll again. No, let's just take this one. So they want to check out that door there, and I'm going to say that they are, of course, going to listen at the door. So they, whoopsie. Someone in the party is sort of the mapper. Maybe that is. Yeah, I fucked up the marching order here. Hello, Lydia, Daffodil, Alminagi and Daffodil. I'm thinking that Daffodil is the party mapper. So we're going to give her pen and paper. And I'm going to say that each room takes 1 turn to draw. So they just finished drawing the room. And I'm going to roll. Am I going to roll each turn, or I think every second turn? I'm going to roll for monsters that way. Okay. So they're choosing that door, and they want to give the door a listen. All demi-humans have +1 to wisdom when they listen at doors, actually. So let's see. We have the Hobbit. Bello can listen at the door. Daffodil can listen at the door, and that's it. So they both listen at the door. Let's roll for each of them. So Bello has a mighty wisdom of 3, so that would be 4 in this case. I have to roll under 4. No! Bello has his ears full of cheese. What about... Can you even see those numbers? Yeah, I guess you can. What about... I guess they can all listen, actually. Almanagi... No, sorry. Daffodil would give her, in this case, a +1. No. I'm thinking, as a rule of thumb, I will let 2 characters do something because it's really silly. They can't hear anything. They're quite sure. There's nothing on the other side of the door. There could be. They just can't hear it. So, all doors are stuck, except if I roll a 1, it's locked. That's a rule I have. So, let's see. Just stuck. So we need somebody... Oh, that took a turn, by the way, and I'm on second turn, so... Oh dear God. We have company. I rolled a 1, which means we have a... wandering monster. And for that, I'm going to use my white box rules. Level 1. Thank God I rolled low. The lower the better. Or the lower I roll, the easier they are. Ooh, classic. We have one giant centipede. Comes crawling down one of these corridors. Okay. So, let me refer to the rules, because now we have to have the encounter rules. I'm going to get those open. Roll for surprise. So we are the black dice, the die, and the centipede is the blue die. And I'm going to, on a 1 and 2, there will be surprise. Let's see. None of the sides are surprised. It's okay. My book is nearly falling apart, by the way. Lovely. So distance is 2d6. Wow. 12 squares. So that's even beyond the torchlight. I always wondered about that. That's really weird. But anyways, so I'm going to say that it's within their torchlight. So okay. So that's actually that is when they're standing here. So that's 1, 2, 3 here. So they can see to over here. So that's 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So that's let me see, 30 feet, but it's let me think, because those are 10 feet square, so it must be oh, so this is 1 sec. I'm confused about this. 1 sec. Okay, I think I got it, but the thing is that it's out of sight for the party, but they can hear it. Something skittering down the corridor there on the right side, and it's coming out the dark, and they are not surprised. It's really weird. So what we can do when it comes out there, in my rules, I've got monster reaction chart, so we have to do a reaction roll. So when it comes out there, I'm going to roll a reaction roll. However, I'm going to say that this is a monster and it probably wants to devour their brains. Basically this monster, I guess. So I'm going to say -1 actually to this roll. So that's a 7. Uncertain roll again. -1. So that's actually attack. So, but first off, it was sort of uncertain, but then it sort of figured that it was hungry. And now we're going to roll who attacks first. We are the black dice. We're going to re-roll because crap. The centipede goes first. Let me find a centipede in here. Giant centipede. Oh my god. Okay, there are 3. We're going to take the medium. It dies 2 monster. So giant centipede. Two HD. 6 hit points. And has a bite and it's poisonous. Moves 15. It's quite fast. Scary shit. It's worth 240 XP. A lot. Okay, so I will adjudicate that it says here that it's quite an easy saving throw number, so I adjudicate that it's a +2 saving throw to avoid the poison, but the poison will be 1d6 as well. Okay. Okay. So let's get actually the tokens out. So I'm thinking that we have a green. What do we have here? An orange, a yellow, blue, and a green. And the giant centipede will be this colored button. I'm colorblind, so I get this sort of green. I don't know. Okay. So the distance would be where's my map? Oh my God. If it's within sight, it would be 30 feet, which would be quite a long away. So, I did say that each 5-foot square would be 2 centimeters, so that would be 5, 10, 15. So that would actually be 15, right? No, it's easy. It's just 12 squares. Come on. My maths and me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15. It's just, yeah, it's blah. It's just this distance, actually. So the centipede is out over here. And the party is down there. And can move 15 squares. And that's actually the distance. Oh my God. What? So marching order. Let's give them colors. So oh my God. Bellow is yellow. That's easy to remember. Yellow. And Lydia is, I'm thinking, blue. Lydia. Blue. And green is daffodil. So I'm going to do it oopsie like this. So orange is in fact almanagi. Alma is orange. And daffodil is green. So, yes, it quickly charges. Does it charge actually? I'm going to ask the oracle. If it charges, it does double damage. Does the centipede charge? Yes, but I think I'm just going to roll a yes or no here. So 1, 2, 3 is yes. No, so 1, 2, 3 is no. 3, 4, 5, 6 is yes. Yes. Okay. So the warrior, if it attacks the warrior, 1, 2, 3 is Bellow, and 4, 5, 6 is Lydia. Too bad, because I could have countercharged response attack. Anyways, so Lydia has a armor class of 4. So let's do this. The giant centipede attacks Lydia. He needs to roll lower than before. 7 minus 2 is 6. That's not a hit. Thank God for that. Okay. And it only has 1 attack. Okay. So it's, yeah. Actually, now it would be missile weapons first, but I'm thinking we're standing in such close waters down there. It's not necessary. You know what? Because I'm going to move it up here because we have already done the movement thingy. So it's Bellow. I'm thinking it's Bellow who is going to attack first. The others can actually go around and attack because they're not in that close quarters. They're not in a corridor. So yeah, let's do it. Bellow, come on. Come on, Bellow. Oh, what is the armor class of this creature? I forgot to write that down. Armor class 5. So, and I have either +1 to hit or +1 to damage. I'm going to take +1 to hit, which means I increase the armor class of the creature by 1. So it's 6 instead when Bellow attacks with his spear. -2, that's a 3, so that's a hit. Bellow has a spear, and I did not say +1 to damage, I just say to hit. So that's a 3. So it takes 3 damage. That's half its life. So now it's, let's just say that it's blah 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 blah. Daffodil, actually. Let's say it's Daffodil's turn. Or you know what? Lydia is closer. We're just going to say that it's Lydia. By the way, it says here that she can cast miracles. That's cleric spell. She can't do that yet, actually, because she's level 1. I'm going to make a little mark there. Anyways. Yes. Will she hit? Armor class 5. That's 6. That will not hit. So Daffodil runs around and attacks with her spear. She has a +1 to either hit or damage. Let's say to damage this time. I should have. It doesn't matter. It's a miss. Does Almanagi wants to do anything? Does she want to do anything? Oh, I haven't decided which familiar she has. I think it's a little sparrow. At level 1, the familiar can't really do anything. So, anyways, she can. She only has a sling. I haven't given her anything else than a sling. So she's not doing anything, I guess. So now it's initiative. We win initiative. And I'm thinking that this time Almanagi steps a few feet back and uses her sling. because ranged is first. -6 minus 2 is 4, so she hits the darn thing with her sling, and sling damage is 1d6 minus 1. I rolled a 1, which means it's just a 1. I just rolled that. So actually now, when it's the centipede's turn, we shall roll to see if it flees. So now it's bellow. Come on, bellow. Going to +1 to hit it. So it has an armor class of 6. 8 minus 2, that's 6. That's not below 6, so it's a miss. Darn. Now it's the daffodil. Also +1 to hit. 7. That's 5, so that's a hit. Damage 1. Okay, so now it's... Oh, the centipede isn't looking happy. Lydia is attacking with her mace. Come on, Lydia. 7, that's 5. But she has no plus to hit, so that's actually a miss because it needs to be under the armor class. I think all 3 of them has attack now, so the question is, and I don't think in White Box that there are any morale rolls. There's something here. Certain monsters such as mindless undead creatures are fearless and will always fight to the death. The majority, however, will not continue to fight a hopeless battle and will seek to retreat, render or flee. The referee will decide when monsters abandon battle and retreat based upon the situation and the monster's intelligence. Referees should also use moral to determine the actions of loyalty of hirelings and other NPCs. So doesn't say how I roll it. I can just say that the higher, let's just go dx here. So the higher the number up to 12, the more reluctant it is to stay because I have to roll over the number. And this centipede, what does it have? A moral of what? Let's see. I just said the higher the better if it wants to stay. Let's give it a what? 7? If I roll below 7, it will stay. It stays. It's stupid. Anyways, it's the centipede now, and I'm guessing it attacks one of these two. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's attacking Lydia. Lydia has an armor class of 4. 6 minus 2 is 4, and it has to be under, so the centipede misses. Initiative. The centipede won. And in order for it to do another moral roll, significant changes have to be have occurred. No significant changes has occurred. So it just attacks one of those. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 0. It attacks Lydia again. 4 minus 2 is 2, so it actually hit Lydia. Oopsie, oopsie. With 4 damage and so she's down to a 3. Now it's bad. As I said, I'm going to do what I call a danger save or saving throw in D&D against poison. So that will be Constitution, but it's a +2 and she has pretty high con. So that's actually +1 here. Got to write that. So it's actually +3. I'm sorry, I'm wrong. It's not +3, it's +2 because the +1 isn't added in this case. Because that is for your bonus to hit points. So, anyways, she will actually. Let me see. So that's 9. So she will get poisoned if she rolls 11 or 12. I should say you can figure out that, or you actually will notice this thing that if you have high enough constitution, you can always just avoid. But however, a roll of 12 is always a failure, I should point out. So if she rolls 11 or 12, let me see. Am I not right? Let me see, because +2. No, if it was 11, it would be 9. So, no, 12, 11, 10. It's 9. Anyways, let's see. Right, that's 8. That's just below 9. So she did not get poisoned. Great. I'm confusing everyone, including myself. Okay. So now it's actually Almanagi. Come on. -2, that's a hit, actually. Come on. Yeah, she kills it. Okay. Almanagi. The least of fighters kills the giant centipede. And let's just make a skull here. Lydia took some damage. She's down to 3 hit points. I should also remember to award experience points here. That's 240 divided by 4. That is 60 each. So I'm going to write 60 XP on each. Bellow. Okie dokie. Oh, we haven't gone far into this dungeon yet. Oh, by the way, another turn went by, resting out after the battle and whatnot. Okie dokie. Lydia will have to be careful. She's down to 3 hit points. Anyways, I forgot now whether they tried to get the door up. Anyways, let's see if they can get through this door. So, Bellow is trying first. 4, that's yes, he managed to get the door up. And I have to roll to see if there are any wandering monsters. Nope. So what is beyond the door? Going to roll on the tables behind the door. There is a straight passage, and now I lost my pencil. Great. Where the heck did it go? Oh, here it is. So there's a straight passage, and each time, as I said, it's not indicated. It's a 3 square passage. Walk down here, and we have to check what's at the end of the passage. A turn, consult table 24. Turn and check this table again in 30 feet. Table 24. It turns right 90 degrees. So you have to look through. You have to imagine you're looking through the eyes of the party, so it would actually turn like that. That's why it went that way. We could actually turn it and follow this way around. So from time to time I will probably pause the video and line or ink it up with a pen, micron pen. But anyhow, yes, we are standing there around the corner, and there was 2 corridors, right? So they can move at 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No turn has passed yet. Yeah. What's next? Rolling on the Osric general table. A chamber. Roll table 2B. We're rolling the chamber size. 40 times 60. Oh my god, that's a big one. That's a rare one. Let's see. How are we going to do that? So 40. So this is 3, 5, 6. Like that. And yeah, I actually have to turn it here. And we have to see how many exits there are. And when it's a chamber, there are no doors. It's just corridors out of here, if there are any. The way I'm doing it, because I find it quite confusing in Osric Dungeon Generator to figure out how many exits there, so I'm just going to roll it with this. 6-sided die -2. If I hit a 0, there is a secret door. 4 -2, there are 2 exits. Okay, where are the exits? Right wall and left wall. So, okay. Going to say there's one out, exit out here, and one here. Okay. Now we are rolling. So this must be connected. Exits out of a corridor. Oh, actually, we don't know because it could be diagonal. Anyways, let's just wait with that a bit. So, room content. It's empty. I'm, by the way, going to give them numbers. So we are here, and the question is, which way do we go? Left or right? I was going to say that left was 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6 was right. So let's check each of the directions for the exits. So chamber exit direction. This left one is straight, so it goes for 30 feet straight this way, and the right one is also straight. So it's connected. I'm going to say that it's connected with this one. What we actually don't know is if it's if there's turn left, or if this is sort of side patched into this chamber. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll on the general table. OMG, wandering monster. Yeah, actually that's fair because I had to make a turn for make a turn for drawing the room. But also, on the 6th turn, the party must always take a small rest for a turn, which is 10 minutes. And it's during their lunch break, I guess, that a monster occurs. But we have to roll again to see where it's coming from. Coming from a door. Door location. Ooh, exciting. To the left. And we're looking at this. So there is actually a door right here. So I'm going to say that it's like that. There's a door here. There's a monster coming out the door. Oh Lord. Okay. Rolling. Right. Ooh. 56. By the way, I think it's really funny just to have completely random dungeons. I will, of course, because I did say that this is sort of an infested / necrotic dungeon. I'm going to sometimes maybe rule that we don't need that and stuff like that. But 56 is goblins. I'm thinking that goblins could coexist with the undead. There are goblins everywhere, right? So 1d6 goblins. 2 goblins. Two times goblins. And our elf has hatred versus goblin. It's not so great that there are, you know what, goblins I mean, I don't think I will even want to roll a reaction roll because, I mean, our elf has hatred toward goblins. Yeah, I'm thinking that it's just we have to fight them. So if they're coming out of the door, it can be 1, 2, 3. So it's 30 feet, which we already know is 15. On my ruler. But where exactly are they in that regard? They are 8 squares away, so it will be up to 16 here. That. So let's find some goblin tokens. It should of course be green, but let's take 2 black. If there are 2 black. Here. So are they just coming out of the door like la 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 here and down to here? And let me see again. Bellow was yellow. Lydia blue. Alma orange and daffodil green. Okay, so they're coming out of. You should imagine that there's a corridor here. And they're coming out of a door up here. So, goblins. I'm thinking that Daffodil just get hateful eyes full of vengeful flames, something like that. Goblins, where are you, goblin? I think I can almost remember the goblin stats, but let's be sure. Okay, hit point. Ooh, 1 minus 1. So 1 and 4. That's weak. And armor class 6. They can move 9. Okay, let's see. I'm thinking, is either side surprised? None are surprised, however. And they yield 10 XP each. And what about weapons? I'm just going to say they have crude swords or something. Anyways, okay. Who wins initiative? We do. We are the black die. We can't really reach them. They're too far away. Right? Oh, maybe. No, what? Let me get my ruler up. So it's 16 actually. Yeah, they're too far away to reach in one. But actually, okay. God damn it. I'm thinking that Almanaki is using her sling. Okay, so let's do that first. Armor class 6. That's a hit. I'm just going to say that it's the left goblin with... Oh no, let's say the left goblin has 1 HP and the other one has 4. Which one is she shooting? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The one with 4 HP. Okay. So that's 1 damage. Actually, no. Bello has a sling as well, and he's really good with a sling. But anyways, the goblin is down to 3. So I'm thinking we're just charging in, not like doing the charge ability, but those 2 front guys can move 10. So, can they actually reach them? My God, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, they can reach them. My head maths. It would be a lot easier for me with some battle maps. But anyways, yes, they can all reach them. So they she's fired. She can actually also move, but she's going to choose these guys moving up here. Like that. So now it's melee. First with Bello. Actually, so he wanted to charge. So he's going to charge. Sorry, I probably had to say that, but he's charging. So that will be double damage. I'm going to say it's +1 instead of damage. However, when you charge, you use your full movement, so he can't move any further. But so, hello, whoopsie. He hits with his charge. Yeah, okay. I guess he didn't know that it was only a 1 HP goblin, because he's going to do 6 damage to that one. He completely impales it up against the wall. Ugh. Okay, so now it's Lydia. Come on, Lydia. 6 minus 2 is 4, so that's a hit. Whoa, that's 5 damage with her mace. Whack! He hits the helmet of the goblin, and he falls sideways over there. So the goblins are dead. That was kind of easy. Poor goblins. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to write XP on this and add it up later. I'm just going to write in here 20 XP. Okay. I'm going to take a wee break. Yes, I'm back. For the purpose of this video, I'm going to say that if we find treasure, there's a huge chance that the cockroach chalice will be in the treasure pile. I'm thinking. Anyways, a turn has passed for the fight, getting the weapons cleaned and all. So they can see back here that it just leads back to the antechamber. So they're going to take, I think, the door. interested in this door here. So doors do close in dungeons because the dungeon is alive. So I'm not going to say that it's locked, it's just stuck. So can they get it up? Bello tries first. Nope, that's a 7. What about Liddy? Well, Daffodil is quite strong as well. Nope. So that another turn. Did they make noise? So anybody heard them? Nope. Going to do it again. Yes, this time the door goes up, takes a turn. I should also say that. Oh yeah. They are on their second hour down here. So the lantern is now on, yeah, the second. The lantern can light, give them light for 4 hours for 1 oil flask. Good. Okay, what's behind this door? Oopsie, wrong table. Behind the door. Passage. 45 degrees right. Ooh, interesting. So it's up this way. Like this. Interesting. Okay. So I'm going to roll again on the general table. A door. Consult table 19. Door location ahead. So the question is if it's a thinking it's like this. They're going to listen at the door this time. They don't want any foul surprises. And the 2 demi-humans are going to listen. +1 to wisdom. Bello is awful at that. Nope. And Daffodil is not so good at it either, but she's... Oh. Okay. So, the way I'm ruling is that if there's a monster inside, they cannot be surprised by it. So, what's behind the door? Oh, they need to get it up first, right? Yeah. So, yes. Yes, they get the door up. So, one thing, we have to see if it made noise. They probably did. Nobody heard them. And what's inside the room? That's another chamber. So actually like this time. So the chamber 20 times 30, so I'm going to say it's this. And how many exits are there? 1 exit. I'm I'm thinking that because normally actually in this generator there are more exits the chance of exits are higher on chambers. So what I could do, I could just say -1, but I'll do that after here only to this roll. Okay, so one exit. Where is this exit? Opposite wall, so it's here. Exit here. Nice. Room content. Monster and treasure. Okie dokie. Let's roll. 69. Did I say that the difficulty increased? I was probably lying. I rolled kobolds, but kobolds are quite nice. But I'm going to say that it's something else. I don't know. What about that I say giant ants, but instead it's just sort of giant cockroaches? I'm going to do that. How many giant cockroaches do we have? Whoopsie. Reroll. Oh my god, reroll that. 1. Okay, let's buff it then. 1 giant ant, which is a cockroach. Could also say beetle actually. And make it like a giant fire beetle. It dies. 1 + 3. Okay. Ah! 9. 1 giant cockroach. HP 9. Armor class 4. Oh my god. Okay. And it's really sort of not a really big room, so I'm just going to say that. And since there's only one foe, we're not going to use the stupid ruler. Okay. We cannot be surprised because we had a successful listen at the door. However, is the giant cockroach surprised? It is not. It also hurt us. It says it awards 15 XP. I'm going to say, because this one is a bit beefy one, or because there's 9, I'm going to say that it awards 25 XP. Okay. Initiative, I guess. Yeah, it's not, it's just let's just roll initiative. We won initiative. So definitely Bello is going to charge. And I think also Daffodil is going to charge because he also has a spear. So Bello. Oh, actually it's missile weapons first. Should one of our spellcasters cast this? No, it's only Almanaki who can cast spells. and it's not really suitable. No. Okay. So fellow charges. I'm going to say that it's +1 to damage this time. Maybe I should say hit actually, because it's such a low armor. I'm going to say to hit. So it's actually an armor class of 5. Six. That's a miss. So he used up all his movement running there. And now it's Daffodil. Come on, Daffodil. No, he misses as well. So, oh yeah, actually then Almanagi could, of course, has used her sling. I'm going to say there's 1 in 6 chance that just for fun, so that the sling stone will hit one of her fellow, because yeah, party members. Of course. Who shall it? Yeah, if she doesn't hit the, no, let's say that she hits who? 1, 2, 3 is fellow. It's, oh my god, Daffodil. She hits Daffodil with with a sling stone. Oh my god. No! Doing 6 points of damage, which actually takes him down. No matter. He's not dead yet. He's just down to 0. In my rules, you can be your level in minus, so meaning that he will roll a death save when he has -1 and can still live if he's has friends to help him to mend his wounds and whatnot. But anyways, he passes out. She passes out. It goes really, really good. And then, oh my god. I think Almanagi You know what? In my rules, if you sort of backstab, you get +3 to hit. I'm thinking, because Almanagi can see in the dark, that she turns herself invisible and runs up behind the beetle. No, she doesn't have any... Oh, shit. She doesn't have any melee weapons, but she actually has a spike. No, that... You know what? No. Retcon that. She's not going to turn herself invisible. She is going... No, she just used her sling. Christ, what am I saying? They all had their turn, actually. Oh my god. So... What is going to happen? I'm thinking that... it's either going to attack... Has Lydia attacked? No, Lydia hasn't attacked. Lydia goes up there with her mace and tries to hits the giant cockroach. Yes, that's a hit. Good, good. Come on. 2. The cockroach is down to 87. Now it's the cockroach turn. So who does it attack? It will not attack Daffodil. He is just here on the floor out of the pile. I'm thinking it can attack all 3 in here. So Bello is what 1, 2. Lydia is 3 and 4. Almanaki is 5, 6. So it's Lydia. It attacks Lydia and misses. So now it's initiative. The cockroach wins initiative and attacks who? Bello. 4. That's not enough. It has to be under 4. So now it's Almanaki with her sling. She misses. Oh, by the way, does she hit? No, you know what? No. I'm not going to use the sling. She's just going to do nothing. No, okay, so then it's Bello. Yes, that's a hit. I did not say, so it's +1 to damage, I guess. 6 damage, and it had 7. Oh, that's a mighty blow. Oops, it's down to 1 HP. And now it's Lydia. She misses. What should we give? What sort of morale should we give a cockroach? Low morale, right? Right? It's a cockroach. Let's give it 6. That's sort of low morale. So if it rolls 6 or lower, it will stay. It will not stay. So it tries to flee. How fast is the giant beetle / cockroach? Oh, it's quite fast. Anyways, the cockroach got away. They don't want to chase it. Okay, but there was treasure here. So, okay, first of all, we have to help do some sort of first aid on our friend there. I'm thinking they get her back on her feet. And I'm going to say that they spent 1 turn doing that. It was just up to 1. And they have to take a break now, and no wandering monsters. Okay, so that's the second hour gone on the lantern. And let's see how this treasure is so there's a 50% chance that the treasure is hidden, and there's a 50% chance that it's guarded by something. Is the treasure hidden? Oh, I have to roll that, of course. So if I roll 1 to 50, it's hidden. It's not hidden, it's out in the open. But Is it guarded? No, it's not. Lucky us. So, treasure. Okay. I'm using white box for this. So it's 25 experience points. The monster rewarded. So I'm rolling a 2 times experience points. That's 50. The 1 to 50 is on this ridiculous, the lowest table. It's so ridiculous. This cannot be the chalice. Anyways, maybe it's we find a clue about the chalice here. I think we do that. Something like that. Because I just found the ridiculous sum of 7 gold pieces. I don't call it gold piece, it's 7 coin. And it was 25 XP. So I'm going to call it for now, because I have recorded for quite some time, and I just got a message on my phone, and it's getting late where I live. Although it's Friday and weekend and everything, I think I'm going to pause it here. I might pick it up again, but I will ink up the map. We can see it more easily. Anyways, that was loads of fun with Hackmoor, Hack of Quackmoor and Blackmoor. Thanks for watching. See you soon, hopefully. Bye bye.